All right, we are living the dream here, guys, aren't we? All right, so we're back on the Datsun. Give you guys a rundown on that. Couple of quick little shop updates. That's one of them. We'll show you guys that in a second. We'll get right to the Datsun. We're going to put a roll cage in this thing. So I already got the back glass out of it. It's going to be real simple, real basic, more for visuals than safety, which I think is always a good idea for roll cages. But we don't care. We're just freaking having fun here. So leave me alone. But yeah, we're going to make a roll cage for that out of parts that, if you remember a couple videos ago, I cut up a Volkswagen buggy. Here's what is left of it. And I think we can make a roll cage out of it. At least that's the plan. I don't care if it's unsafe. I don't care if it's hacked. I don't care. Leave me alone. Just freaking having fun. I've done way shadier stuff in cars with no roll cages. Half of them didn't have seat belts. So I don't care. Leave me alone. I don't care what you think. But yeah, this is 1.5 inch inside diameter. So I grabbed a piece of 1.5 inch outside in case we need to sleeve something. That's what we got to work with. And we're gonna make something out of nothing. And I don't care if people hate it. So one quick little thing I did pick up this weekend, this freaking mint condition Hot Wheel City. I had one as a kid. I think it was on a video a couple weeks ago. I actually bought one like I had as a kid. I've never had this style, which is basically the same exact thing, but different colors and different little storefronts. Freaking little titty tassel things are still on there. A freaking elevator, a little freaking bell still works. And I found this little fire truck shoved way up in there, stuck in there. And it's the same fire truck that is on the box of this thing. So some of you may know, whenever you bought one of these, did it come with a set of Hot Wheels? Because that's the same truck. I'm assuming maybe it just came with a set of Hot Wheels. If that's the case, I think I want to track one of them sets down for this one. Check out this freaking box. That's pretty good, right? That was really the main reason I bought this. I didn't need another one, but it had the box and it's in such good shape. And that little kid looks a lot like me when I was a kid and we were too poor to afford haircuts. Upstairs, it's got different things. Like, I think the one I had was similar to this, but just different stickers. And the other one didn't have this little wheel chock. Put a car up there and can release it. And look at this. Right? All right, a lot of you guys have probably had this one, so you're not impressed, but I never had this one, and I am impressed. Bought myself a boomerang because when I was a kid, I always wanted a boomerang, and I could never get one. Now I'm an adult with boomerang money, so I bought me a boomerang with boobies on it. Booby-rang. Yeah, that was fun for like 2 throws. Turns out I'm not very good at boomeranging. But yeah, this, if you guys remember a couple of videos ago, I picked up that Super Pro 15. I was on Marketplace looking for a box to put it in, to put it in the Chevette. And I ended up finding this PV cabinet with no sub in it. That was super nice condition and like stupid cheap. So I figured maybe this would just be the new shop speaker, and I'll find something else for the Chevette. So went after the cabinet, and the guy ended up having a couple amps for sale, so I bought all those because why wouldn't you? And then he had this, and like I freaking had to get this, right? Because it looked like fun, and it's got like knobs and switches, and you can do this. And you know you've always freaking wanted to do that. Yeah, so no idea what I'm doing, but it looked fun, so I drug it home, and it's pretty good. right? So that's pretty freaking cool, and it's got like 2 of them. I want you back. What the? That must have been Amanda. That was not me. No, laugh if you want, but it freaking bumps. All right, we're retarded, but yeah, that's that. But yeah, Datsun, we're going to do sketchy stuff with junk and try not to die. So let's build a roll cage. All right, so coming up with a plan of attack for this, I think ideally you would want 1 loop from the floor up, around, and back down, but neither of them loops we have to work with are tall enough, so I think I'm going to just cut out a couple pieces of angle iron and find a spot where they fit real nice and we got a lot of surface area to weld to, and put one of those in both sides just so it gives us a nice flat surface, and weld a bar in side to side onto those, and then off the top of that, one of them loops we have will be tall enough at that point. We'll loop the back window, and then directly under that we'll tie in some bars to the floor, so like almost be a loop. We just gotta improvise a little bit, and that's probably the least shady thing we're going to do in this process, so I like that. Oh yeah, I did forget to give you guys a Lee car update. Got battery and some wiring done. We did get this thing fired up, which was super cool, and immediately started puking oil, which was super not cool. So either needs a oil pan gasket or a rear main, but we're going to try for a oil pan and hope for the best, go from there. But the big update, got some freaking exhaust on it. All right, so we're moving along on Lee's car. Yeah, and let's see what we got to work with. So we got that one and we got that one. Yeah. Think we'll go with that one. It seems like it's got tighter 90s on it. And maybe these bars might stay on there because I do want bars out of the back top corner there down to ideally the wheel tub, or I don't know if we have to, the floor pan, but there's not much left there. We better go with that wheel tub. That's better anyways, because we got to be able to fit like freaking mini bikes and go-karts and stuff back here. So yeah, bar out the back to the wheel tub and that loop. So I'm thinking that one's probably best, and if we're lucky, those bars will be able to stay right where they're at. If not, we'll cut them off and move them to wherever we got to. But all right. All right, guys, so I went ahead and every time I say went ahead now, it sounds racist to me. Doesn't that just sound like you should be racist? Went ahead. Was it like Dave Chappelle that had that? Is it racist? I don't know. I think somebody did that, but that's a good word for that. Went ahead. But anyways, I did go ahead and make some plates that we will cap those off with. And there's the loop we cut out of there, which will just set up on there. But it is like 4 inches too narrow, or 2 inches according to Amanda. So we're going to go ahead and do the dreaded splicing of the pipe right there in the middle. Don't tell anybody. They'll say that we're hacks and we don't know what we're doing, that we can't read good. Take our shoelaces. Okay, so we got this thing all plug welded up and welded up. So I'm going to go ahead and knock all those down, clean the paint up off this thing, and no one will ever know. How would they know? I'm not going to tell them. All right, so a couple trips back and forth between the welder and the grinder, and that's not bad at all, right? No shame in that. So I'm going to work on getting everything we have fully welded into place while we can still reach everything. Don't want to get too far behind on that. Then we'll get this back in place, get it welded up, make some plates for the bottom of this, and make those bars, and probably call it a night after that because it's dark and I'm tired. Okay, so I'm about to call it a night, so just to give you guys a quick look at where we're at with it. That's not bad at all for something a lot of people would have thrown in the scrap bin, right? I'll take it. So definitely worth a night or two out here grinding and welding. Piece this together because we're going to have $0 in this. And what's it save us? Probably $300, $400, $500. Depending on how crazy you get with it. But the plan right now is just the bars off the back down to the wheel tubs, and inside we're going to do some sort of sidebar off this same box we got going on here. That actually worked out really good as like a junction box and didn't make it look like we were just hacking something. It kind of serves a purpose, but we're going to come off of that. Some sort of door bar, probably drop down pretty quick, bring it up into the kick panel or firewall somewhere, nothing too crazy, and then I grab one of these seats. I think, that's going to sit in that range there. I am going to make some metal bomber seats that these sit into, so that's basically what we're going to have. And I'm thinking I'm going to make some plates up above here so we can bolt some padding to as headrest, and then hopefully be able to use that bar to attach our harnesses or whatever we end up using. But yeah, that's the loose plan. That's where we're at with it. Some ugly welds, some not so ugly welds. It is what it is. So that's where we're at with this thing. I'm gonna call it a night. And and we'll be back out here tomorrow after work and see how much more we get done. All right, guys, we're back at it. No guarantee how much we're going to get done tonight because I'm freaking tired. And I towed a car today that a guy killed himself in. He didn't kill himself in it today. It wasn't that fresh. I moved it today. So yeah, long day at work and it's cold out again, so hard to stay motivated, but we gotta keep moving. Be nice if this YouTube thing took off, huh? You guys are freaking slacking. Yeah, I'm gonna take this loop, and I think the plan is, originally the plan was just some bars coming out of the back to the wheel tubs and some real simple sidebars, but why not just get stupid with it, right? So I'm gonna take that second loop, get these visors and mirrors and dash and everything out of here, and we're gonna make it work for the front of this. We'll just do basically the same thing we did back here. Worked out pretty good, so I'm gonna do the same thing in the front. Just weld some like 3-inch box tubing to the kick panels, act as like a junction point where this loop will drop into. We make some bars down to the floor, and then probably whatever we do on the side here will get tied into it. And I don't know, we might get crazy and make some out of the firewall up to the core support also, but we'll see how we feel. But that's the plan, I guess, for tonight. Yeah, and we'll see how far we get because, like I said, it is hard to stay freaking motivated when it's April and it's 40 degrees and rainy. And it's gonna snow next week in April. So then I made the joke, it was a Prius. No wonder he killed himself. So I'm getting ready to take this dash out and I realized I've never looked in the glove box of this thing since I've owned it. That's pretty freaking exciting. Like, what could be in there? Like, possibilities are endless. What do you guys think? Oh, vintage porn, come on, vintage porn. Oh, that's not vintage porn. That would be a hard jerk. I could do it. That's actually pretty cool. We may use that. Winner, winner. All right, that could have been more exciting, but that wasn't bad. Vintage porn would have been way gooder, but I'll take it. All right, so I gotta get this glove box out of there to get to a couple bolts, and I'm freaking using the screwdriver we found in the glove box to take the glove box out. How freaking crazy is that? So how weird is that? We just took the glove box apart with a tool we found in the glove box. That is so freaking weird. How far on the spectrum does that put me that I am so amused by that? Okay, so I need a couple chunks of angle iron, something we can weld into the kick panel here where that windshield loop can come down into, and then other pieces off of that. And nothing I have really seemed to be perfect, except these rusty old snowplow brackets that I found. They're like pretty much exactly what we're after. So the hacking continues. But like, not really. I'll clean them up and use that as an excuse to put a big plug weld in there and say it's custom. Right? It's fine. But yeah, gonna get those cleaned up, tacked into place, get the loop, hoop-de-doop thing, I guess kind of cut into 2 pieces and extendo it and do the same thing we did on the back to the front. So there's the plan. Ah, frickin' finger eater strikes again. That frickin' thing, look at that. Did a burnout right on my skin. Look at that patch of rubber. That's all the way frickin' down to Chinatown. Oh, that's a bad one. That's a big hole. Ah, frick. All right, I'm gonna stop for the night. That's probably a sign to stop for the night. That's pretty much ready to throw into the car. You guys pretty much seen all that, understand what we're doing. Oh. Dang it. Where's the super glue? Well, we're not dead, guys, but that was a bad one. It's been a while since I did something that stupid. Probably not, actually. I do something that stupid every day. But where do we leave off? I was working on this piece, so I got it finished up, welded into the truck, and we'll have one off the bottom there, down to the corner, and probably one side to side under the dash there somewhere. Then a couple door bars, probably one down low, all the way across, one off that box angled somewhere in the middle there, so it's not too big of a hassle to get in and out of this thing. And up top, about 8-10 inches apart, there'll be 2 front to back, just because we're pretty limited on headroom getting in and out as it is. So figured that was the next best option. So got that all figured out, sort of, kind of. Started on this piece. I don't know what you want to call it. Race car bar. That's what I call it. But yeah, started on that. That is just another piece of that Volkswagen, obviously. Looked like that. Cut it into that. It'll sit on a 1/4-inch plate on the bottom, welded to the plate. The plate will be bolt nutted with a plate on the bottom. So if we ever, well, not if we ever, we're going to have to get this cab off here a bunch. So unbolt there, and obviously the whole cage comes off with the cab. And I think we're going to go ahead and couple up through the firewall up to the core support, because why not? We already have half a cut up Volkswagen out there that we have $0 in. Might as well make it as cool as we can. So what else? Oh yeah, I spent all day yesterday, got the bed all welded up, and look at this. That was like a 1-inch gap I filled that on sheet metal. Like, I was pretty proud of that. No big deal. But yeah, bed's all welded. Started to knock down some of the welds to see if I liked it, and I think I do like it better. So yeah, guess I am going to knock down all the welds on the truck, even on the inside. So that's we're at the Datsun. And this is this. Yeah. But a couple of things I want to show you guys real quick before I forget. Check out these freaking vintage badges I picked up from a little thrift store I stopped at in Erie, Pennsylvania. So I just thought those were cool, so I picked them up. And you know what else is cool is freaking this. Look at that. That was Lee. You know Lee, this is Lee. You guys know who Lee is. Lee did get an oil pump in his car yesterday. And oil pan, gasket, rear main seal. And yeah, so we're back to where we started at last weekend on that. Go us. But Lee made me this. Look how freaking cool this is. All right, and I guess it was a 2-door. He had to make it a 4-door, add the little pillars. He made a freaking bug shield for it. Like, that is cool enough that it's going in this freaking cool thing that my buddy Alex made me that you guys have seen. So, all right, you go park in the yard like a proper hillbilly. This guy. Freaking perfect. So freaking good, right? So thank you, Lee. That is pretty freaking cool. And thank you again, Alex, when you made me that, because that's pretty freaking cool. And I already know what this is, but I wanted you guys to see it real quick. Johnny Johnson, who does all the hardcore S10 stuff, I was able to help him out with something. So in return, he got this for me. I already know what it is, like I said, but I wanted you guys to check it out with me because it's pretty freaking cool. And I haven't seen it yet. I just know what it is. But look at this. Oh, you know what it is, right? Another freaking rewinder. Corvette, 57 Chevy one. And this thing is in really good freaking shape. That's my first time seeing it, so look how freaking cool that is. So, thank you, Johnny, for that. But, like I said, I already knew he had got that for me. So, all right, this is the best idea I've ever freaking had, I think. We are having a rewinder race. 57 Chevy versus freaking Corvette. And I found 2 movies that are exactly 96 minutes. So we're going to have freaking Ninja Turtles versus Son-in-Law in 2 vintage rewinders. Uh-oh, I need more arms. How freaking jealous are you guys right now? You know how good this is going to be? This is guaranteed never been done. A rewinder race? Pop your hood. Who should drive who? Sid, pick one. All right. Sid decided Ninja Turtles in the Corvette and Son-in-Law in the 57. So I'm going to get this set up and we're going to have a freaking rewinder race. All right, so for the first time in human history and autism, guaranteed, this has never been freaking done. Like, I am the first person to ever do this. This much awesomeness doesn't just happen all the time. We are having a rewinder race between a Corvette driven by the Ninja Turtles and a 57 driven by Son-in-Law in front of a miniature garage that we are standing in with a miniature Chevette and miniature wieners. Yeah, miniature wieners suck, Bub. I know. This has never been done for sure. Like, I'm the first person to ever freaking do this, guaranteed. But, all right. You guys ready for this? I'm actually pretty freaking nervous, or excited, I guess. I'm going with Ninja Turtles. I have to. I love Ninja Turtles. Ready? Oh, this is going to be freaking good. See if we can visually see which one may be turning faster. Oh, I think freaking Turbo Vet for sure, right? That's moving way faster, I think. Oh no, uh-oh. We just broke something. We may have just threw a belt. Alright, this is going to take a while, I think. I have to turn this into a time lapse. Especially if I keep being weird with stuff. This is definitely going to take a minute. I hope you guys like awkward. I hear something. I hear something. Still going. We better hang out right here. We don't know how much longer it's going to be. Man, 57 runs so smooth though. Corvette, you hear that? Son-in-law beats Ninja Turtles. I'm gonna be sad the rest of the day. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, what happened? Oh, that legit scared me. Oh my God. Freaking Ninja Turtles won by a landslide. That's pathetic. Sid is super impressed. Let's just see how far this thing even made it. Oh, that is embarrassing. Freaking, I hate Corvettes, but I love Ninja Turtles. Oh, am I happy or sad? How can I not be happy? I got Sid. Right, bub? Oh, that was freaking amazing. That was better than I thought it was going to be. Not even going to lie. Whew, my heart is kind of racing. Yeah, let's get to work on this. Well, dang it, guys. Working on these side pieces. This one fell down and frickin' killed our Sharpie. Another one bites the dust. But yeah, give you guys a look at where I'm at with it. Don't want to get too far ahead of you. But like I said, making these side pieces that will go in the neighborhood of there. Think you get the idea. That's pretty freaking good for scrap metal recycled Volkswagen parts, right? So get those pieces welded in. Give you a look at where we're at with the rest of it. Got our race car bars welded up. These will be drilled and a bolt nut on all four corners, so that is removable with the cab. We got these pieces finished up on the front, off the top of that, through the firewall, right through this little pocket. I'm thinking one up to the firewall, which will work out really good because eventually I do want to put this on coilovers. And I'm thinking with that bar there, we can build a loop off of it when the time comes. And just mount the coilovers on top of the control arm to the loop. They'll probably stick up past the hood and look retarded and obnoxious, and I'll love it. So that's maybe in the future, but that's where we're at with it. Yeah, so I'm going to get these side pieces welded up, a couple pieces overhead made and welded up, and we almost went down on that one. Sid, you leaving your chair just sitting around, bub? What are you thinking? Okay, so I think I'm at a good stopping point on the truck in this video. So just give you guys a quick rundown on what we ended up with. I think you pretty much seen everything on the back here. Inside, I just went with a single tube in the middle there. I didn't like doubles, so just put one right in the center. Knocked down all the welds real quick with a flap disc. Just clean things up a little bit. I'll probably make it a little bit nicer and then just clear coat it because I kind of like what we got going on with it like this. Got front clip just half-ass fit on there so we can decide what I'm going to do as far as some tubing up to the core support. But I think that'll pretty much be the only thing left as far as roll cage is that tubing from there to the core support, and I may weld in some gussets here and there, but I think that's pretty much all we're after. That's pretty freaking good for some scrap metal tubing that we have $0 in, right? I'm happy with that. I like it. Yeah, so got the dash cut out, pedals, steering, everything just kind of sitting in here so we can just figure out the last of what we got to do in the interior here, as far as getting everything drilled and welded and figured out, so we can get the cab ripped off and get back under this thing. I think I'm rambling now, but yeah. We built a roll cage for free out of scrap metal, and how freaking sweet is this truck for like $1,300 so far, right? So no excuses. Get out there, build something cool.